Welcome to the channel and welcome to the show. If you look behind me, the sky, you can see that at this moment in time, the sun is setting on the beautiful Dutch landscape. I've always loved sunsets and these moments. There's a certain magic in the air. It's when one world ends and another begins. The transition from day to night. It's like you have one foot in the day and the other foot in the night. And in that border, that's where magic happens. And that's what we're going to do today on the channel. We're going to have one foot in the Lord of the Rings, a very modern mythology, and the other foot in the here and now, in the world of artificial intelligence. So, am I saying with this video that Tolkien predicted the rise of AI? No. I'm going to go one step further than that. I am telling you that Tolkien understands AI. He understands the pros and the cons, and what it is in its essence. Now, you may think that's a very bold claim to make. But if you know storytelling, if you know folklore and mythology, you know that they work through certain archetypes. An archetype is like a role. It's like the pinnacle of a role that you can play and that there is to play in this world of ours. In the Lord of the Rings you have Aragorn, and he is the archetypal hero. The hero that fights not because of the fighting, not because he is angry, not for himself, not for his family, but who fights for something bigger than himself. Another archetype of Lord of the Rings is Gandalf, of course, who is loosely based on Odin, and they both embody the same archetype of the old wise man, the old wizard. Now our senses tell us, and our media tell us, that there are so many new things nowadays. This artificial intelligence thing, it's new, download the app. It's so handy. But mythology tells us there is nothing new under the sun. It's just the same archetypes resurfacing again and again. So if you think about those archetypes, what archetype is artificial intelligence? Well, in Middle-earth, there is something called a Palantir. I believe the plural is Plantiri, and you need plural, but because I believe that in Middle-earth there are 7 Plantiri. And these 7 Plantiri are all seeing eye stones. In the movie, it is what Sauron uses to keep an eye on everything. It's what Sauron himself uses to keep an eye on everything. That's what AI is. It's a way for people who have lost their magic themselves to keep control and an eye on everything. Tolkien says that there's great power in these eyes, but they tend to corrupt the ones who use it. So it always ends terribly for those using the AI. If you think that is too thin of a connection, if you're not truly convinced that AI is Sauron's eye, that AI is Palantir, there actually is a company called Palantir. Yes. This company, it didn't choose the name by accident. It openly admits that it's aiming to be what Tolkien wrote about. What this company does, it provides data sets to whoever has enough money to pay. A lot of the times these are governments. Rumor is it that governments have been using the AI intelligence of Palantir to keep an eye on their civilians. You might think that's probably illegal. That could be illegal, I don't know. They could have just made some new laws while we were all busy looking in a different direction. Don't know about that one. I don't think you will be successful in the courts fighting this. So, AI, Palantir, Sauron's eye. Well, if you look at the movies, Sauron can only see you, can only see the protagonist Frodo when he puts on that special ring. So you and I, we're probably safe, right? Because we don't have a ring. Or do we? I think we do. I think you might be holding that ring right now. Because if AI is Sauron's eye, if AI is the Palantir, what is the ring? It is your phone. Ever wondered why you're so enamored by this little black box? You might even call it your precious. And the analogy doesn't stop there, because it's beautifully done in the movies. That every time he puts on his ring, Sauron can see him. But at the same time, something happens. He is transported into a sort of grey and misty world. But it's not a different world, it's the same world, yet everything is grey and misty. Now, what could that mean? I think I know what it means. I'm a big proponent of the dead internet theory. I don't know if you've heard it. But it's the theory that most activity on the internet consists out of bots. The internet is a powerful thing. Shaping public opinion is a powerful thing. Now, it starts with record companies who want to push certain artists, and they want to make sure that everybody perceives them as very popular, because, you know, fake it until you make it. If you perceive something to be popular, it's more likely to be popular. So they started creating these fake accounts and started to get these fake interactions to make you believe that certain artists are popular. Other companies did the same, and they sell those services to NGOs or directly to governments. And they can give you the impression that certain opinions are very popular, because most people, they have a tendency to fall in line. If they think, well, this is what everybody thinks, I guess this is what everybody thinks. I think the transgender issue of the last couple of years is a good example of that. I think not a lot of people are for that. It's a nuanced issue. You can't just say yes or no, but I believe this was being pushed to make everybody believe that most people thought this was normal. Well, I don't believe that was the case. But why I'm talking about that dead internet theory is because you are being manipulated, not only by the algorithm, but also by corporations, by governments. You are being drawn into a very misty existence, where you are in the real world, but somehow not in the real world. So that mobile phone analogy is a perfect analogy. If you think so, feel free to like and subscribe, because I want to grow this channel and I need some new subscribers. So, if AI is Sauron, the ring is your mobile phone. I think that is further accentuated by, I believe it's the last scene in Lord of the Rings. Now, I haven't rewatched it, I haven't Googled this, so I'm doing this from memory, so I hope I'm doing this right. The last scene is where Frodo and everybody goes back to their family and just has drinks, and then the door closes. Because they are no longer being distracted and tormented by this evil that is constantly watching them. And it is our phone that keeps us from really connecting to people. that keeps us artificially connected. So when that is gone, what only remains are the good relations you have with the people around you that truly matter. I think that's the metaphor. So, I wish you all lots of fun on your little mobile phones. I hope that you, and me included, have the ability to put them down a bit more. Because everything you don't put on the internet is not seen by the eye of Sauron. So if you'll excuse me, I will now close my eyes and travel the astral plane. Because I at least know that that place is real.